And guys, so good afternoon. Are we all good? Yeah. Right, so as Miss Tyler just said, in a couple of weeks we're going to come into your school and we're going to run a fundraising event for your school. Okay, a cool, fun one. All right, so what's going to happen on the 5th of July, which is the Friday, which is the day of your summer gala and everything else, we're going to come into school with our big inflatable shootout. Has anybody seen it before? If you've been in our camps, you might have seen it, okay? So we've got a big inflatable shootout, and what's going to happen during the day is you're going to come in as your teams and try and score as many points as you can, okay? We're going to give you 3 sporting challenges, all right? They might be football, basketball, rugby, cricket, tennis, all sorts of different sports, but we'll choose a couple of sports for you. We'll show you how it's done, and then it's down to you guys to try and score as many points as you can. Okay, now, if you've seen it before, you'll know when I'm explaining it. If you haven't, what's going to happen is at the back of our arena, there's loads of holes and they've all got different points on them. So if I get it in the big hole that says 100, guess how many points you get? 100. If you get it in the 25-point hole, 25. Simple, you've cottoned on fast, okay? So, nice and simple, you'll come in during the day as your team, get as many points as you can, okay? But what are the points for? Do you know? Yeah, so we need points to try and win some of these. Okay, our trophy set. All right. So as your team, you get as many points as you can. So we're going to have a little friendly competition between school to see which class can be the champions. So if you get the most points, you get the big trophy. Second place, and it goes down and down until everybody gets one. Okay. Now that's one part of winning the trophies. That's one part of getting points, is taking part in the day itself. Okay? You think you could score lots of points so we've got a good sport in school? Yes! Of course you have. Okay? So, all the points that you get, we'll write them down. Okay? And that's part 1 done. Part 2 comes from getting sponsorship. Do we all know what sponsorship is? Fundraising. Yeah? So, you're going to get one of these, which I'll come on to again in a bit, which is a little sponsor form, and you're going to go home, speak to friends and family, okay? No strangers. Don't walk up to random people in the street and ask them for money. All right? Friends and family, and see if they will sponsor you to take part in the event. Every pound that you get, we'll give your class another 10 points. So if you get £2, how many points? Who's good at maths? 20 points. If you get £10, 100 points, okay? So, part 1 of getting your hands on one of these trophies is scoring as many points as possible during the day itself. Part 2 is to raise some funds, sponsorship, because for every pound that you get, will help your class get closer to winning one of these trophies. Okay? Now, like we said before, when we're raising money, guys, everybody, all we ask is that you do your best. If you only raise £1, that's okay. If you raise £500 million, that's amazing. Okay? But you never know, that £1 that someone raised might have been those 10 points that just meant you go from second to first. So every little that you can do will count. Okay? So the day, so like I said, you're going to come in, we're going to have lots of fun. We will make it an enjoyable day. We'll have some extra challenges throughout the day as well. Your teachers will have to get involved at some point. Okay? They don't get to just sit and watch you lot. All right? We'll drag them in as well. But you guys are going to have a fun day, try and get as many points as you can to try and win one of these trophies. Does that sound like a fun day? Yeah? Of course it does. Right. Now you guys are going to do all the hard work. What about if we reward you? Would you like some rewards? Yeah? So we'll let all the year 5, 6s come in and sit down. All them smiley faces at the back. So, the first thing, there's some things you're going to get as an individual and some things you're going to get as a team. The first thing you're going to get is a certificate. So if you turn up on the Friday and you come in with your class and you have a go at it, we'll give you a certificate to say, well done. So even if you don't raise any money, you'll still get yourself a certificate for saying that you took part and you had a go. Okay? So that's the first thing. The second thing you can win is one of our star player bands. Okay? So if you've been in our after school clubs and things before, you'll have seen these before. Now to win one of these, can anyone remember how many events you're going to take part in? How many challenges? Ooh, not quite 5. A little bit lower. 3 challenges. So that is, if you were to score 3 goals in football, what's it called? A hat trick. So we want you to try and score a hat trick. 5-Star Sports Fundraiser hat trick. If you can score in all 3 events, you get one of these. Okay? But there's a little bit more to this, and I'll tell you about it later on. Okay? But the first thing, just by coming on the day, shooting and doing whatever the events are, scoring all 3 of them, you're going to win yourself one of these. Okay? Is that okay? Is that good? Yeah? Remember, this is going to your key to something else later on as well. Now, those are the things that you can win on the day. When you go home and you raise some money, we've got other things for your sponsorship efforts. So you've worked really, really hard on the day doing the event. We also want you to try and work as hard as possible to raise some funds for your school. So like I said at the beginning, you're going to get one of these sponsor forms. Okay? It tells you everything that I'm telling you today is all on here. And on the back, you've got a sponsor form where you go and you pop it all down, who's giving you what, okay, and things like that. If you can raise between £10 and £14.99, okay, so in that little £5 bracket, we will give you a bronze medal to say that you've been super duper, raising lots of funds for your school, so you'll win yourself a bronze medal, okay? If you can go a little bit further and you can raise £15 to £19.99, we'll give you a silver medal for all your fundraising efforts, okay? If you can raise £20 or more, you get yourself a gold medal. Who thinks they could get this far? Yeah, super. Look at all that effort just for your school, okay? So if you can raise £20, and how many points would that be? Does anyone know? How many points would I add to your team for that? Yes, Ollie? 200 points would be added to your team's tally. So year 5, 6, you're playing to win these and become school champion. Just before you leave school, some of you as well. That'd be great, wouldn't it? Okay? So, if you can raise £20 or more, you get yourself a gold medal. So that's medals, wristbands, certificates. Is that enough? Oh, should good you said, because there's more. We also have 2 star prizes that we're going to give away. Who would like a brand new Fitbit watch? So a little watch that tells you how many steps you're doing, how active you're keeping. Yeah? So you have a chance you could win one of those. Pop your hands down. Who would like to win a brand new stunt scooter? Oh, look at this. Lots of you. All right, so you could choose that instead. Put your hands down. And the third and final one, who would like a brand new mountain bike? If you've already got one, have another one. It's not a problem. Or if you've got one, choose one of the other ones. So guys, there's 2 star prizes to be won of those 3. Okay, so on this form, you will see at the very bottom, it says what prize you would like to win. Okay, and the way we do this, okay, the person in school who raises the most money, okay, will automatically get whatever prize they've circled. So if you really want a mountain bike, you circle mountain bike. If you raise the most in the whole school out of anybody else, that mountain bike's yours. Job done, signed, sealed, delivered. It'll be here on the day when we come to present. Okay? That might be, the highest raised money might be £5. Might be £500, who knows? But if you are the person that raises the most money, you will win whichever star prize you've got on there. Okay? The second star prize we're going to give out, we're going to draw out of a hat. Okay? Now the way you get your name into the hat, first of all, try and win one of these. If you can score a hat trick and you get one of these, your name will go into the hat. So you might come and join in on the day, take part, not raise any money, which is absolutely fine, and win one of these, and you could still walk away with a star prize. Okay? So everyone's got a chance of winning something. All right? So that's your first way of getting in. The second way of getting in is to win one of these. How much have you got to raise to get one of these? Can you remember? Yes? £20. If you can raise £20 and you get yourself a gold medal, we will put your name in the hat once. And for every £5 you raise over that, we will put it in again and again and again. So £25 it goes in twice, £30 it goes in 3 times, 35, 4 times, and every time it goes up, your name will go in again and again and again. And then when we come to award these, we will ask one of your teachers, maybe your head teacher, to dip their hand in, swill it around and pick out a winner. Okay? Now, we won't have that prize on the day because we won't know what it is, and I'll need to go and get it, but you will get it before you leave school. Is that okay? Yeah? So, guys, a quick recap. On the 5th of July, we are going to come in with our big inflatable arena. You are going to get a chance to take part in 3 different sporting challenges, which we will show you how to do. We'll have a bit of fun with it as well. Maybe a couple of trick shots in there. Okay? Try and get as many points as you can to try and win one of these trophies. We add points by doing our sponsorship. Every £1 is worth another 10 points for your class. Okay? And if you can do really well, both on the day and in your fundraising efforts, there's all those prizes that you can win. Okay? Who's excited to get going? Everybody. Superstars. Right, guys, the last little bit I'm going to say to you, we're going to give you one of these forms. If you fill it, you can ask for another one, and you can fill it again. Okay? If you lose it, ask for another one. Don't worry about it. Okay? School will remind you when you need to bring this back in, and we'll remind you on the day as well. All we want you to do, guys, is on here, is just make sure on the sponsor form you have your name and what class you're in, just in case it gets lost. And we've got a form here that says £400 million raised, and then we've got a bag with £400 million in it, but we don't know who to give the points to. And you wouldn't want us to give it to year 5, 6, would you, if it were yours? No. So make sure, guys, you have, the best thing to do is to just fold it up, put it in an envelope, seal it with the funds, and write your name in it, pass it to your school teacher, and then your school teacher will have one of these, and all they didn't need that. All we're going to do, pop it in there, done. How easy is that? Easy peasy, squeezy cheesy. Okay? So, guys, that's all from me. Like I said, everything that I've just said is on that leaflet. Okay, so if you've forgotten anything, it's on there. And it's been filmed, and this will be sent to your parents as well. So if you've missed anything or you can't quite remember it, you'll get a link to see this, and your mums and dads can watch it as well. Is that good? Who thinks they're going to raise the most in the school, first of all? Oh, that's a challenge. Who's going to score the most points on the day? Who's going to be the best sporting star? And who's just going to have some fun? That's all we want, isn't it? Right, guys, well, thank you very much for listening to me today.